Violent extremism. Now, a group of youths in Nyeri are unhappy over an alleged misuse of funds by the county government on foreign and local travels. Our reporter Ibrahim Karanja now joins us live and is with the youth. Ibrahim, good morning. What do the youths of Nyeri County have to say this morning?
Well, good morning, Michelle. The bone of contention amongst the leadership of the county here, including the county government and its legislative arm, the county assembly, and the youth of this particular area, of course, who actually Christen Serikali ya Vijana, are actually, the bone of contention is about, like you had earlier put it, misuse of funds or alleged misuse of funds on local and foreign trips. Michelle, this coming at the backdrop of yet another trip that was made last week by the county leadership and the county assembly to Mombasa on matters the county. And Michelle, the youth here are actually up in arms saying that the money that has been used probably for these particular trips can be used to other beneficial projects according to them. But it is also very important to note, Michelle, that the county government and especially the county speaker, John Kagusia, came out clear to state that the money that was used for last week's travel to Mombasa County was funded by a well-wisher and a non-governmental organization that intended just to empower the county leadership. So it is a bone of contention that has come between the youth here who have lots of expressions to make, and I'll be engaging them just to know what informs their opinion that the county government is using funds that belongs to the taxpayer, and why they think or what they would suggest should be done to actually avoid their quote-unquote misuse of funds, Michelle. And kindly, sir, tell me your name and then tell me what informs your decision. How sure are you that the county government has been using funds used or funds from the taxpayer to fund the travels around?
I'm Moses Monene Madenge. Okay, I'm Moses Monene Madenge. What I can say about the county assembly and the county government of Nyeri expenditure on the foreign and the international trips, the trips are no longer helping the common mwananchi, as I can say. They are using so much money outside the county. What if they decide to use the money that they are using outside the county for other things that can be able to help the common mwananchi? For what I can say, they are using a lot of money in other hotels in Mombasa and outside the country. What if they pick a hotel that is in Nyeri, which will help the youths and the farmers around Nyeri to get some of the employment? Again, the recent one that has happened in Mombasa, I can say the money was given by KDSP, which is a government institution that was funded by the World Bank, given a loan that they will be able to return after 38 years. What I can tell them, they'll leave us with a burden that will no longer be able to pay after they have spent the money. We'll no longer see anything tangible that they'll have to use. So what I can advise them to do, they should minimize the costs, even if they have to attend the trips, because we no longer want like the local MCAs to have no exposure. They should minimize the amount that they'll be using for the international and the local trips. Again, they should consider the money that was spent in Mombasa. They should bring it here so that the local and the people of Nyeri can see it.
I mean, what informs your, what is it that actually irks you as the youth? Is it the fact that they spend this money outside the county, or the fact that they are using allegedly county funds to probably go for these trips and such? What is it that irks you as the youth?
What I can say, we have so many problems that they can do other than going for the trips. That is what I'm claiming, that as much as they are going for the trips, first of all, they should come here in Nyeri and sort us out our problems. We have youth that are unemployed, we have the nurses that are on strike. So before they go to the strike and before they go on trips, they should first of all consider the problem that are affecting us. We are no longer interested with your trips. We are interested with the problem that you are facing. So they should not go for the trips. What they should do, they should come here and address our problems other than the trips. We've seen nothing productive coming out of the trips.
A very quick one for you.
Yeah.
Are you sure that the money used, because the county government has come out clear and said that the money that was used for the trip does not belong to the taxpayer, it was actually funded by a non-governmental organization. Are you sure, and can you support your allegations that the county government has actually used public fund for these particular trips? Yeah. And what are your facts? What can you use to back up your allegations?
What I can say, the Ministry of Devolution, that is headed by the CS Eugene Wamaro currently, is the one that heads the docket of Kenya devolution. The money that they are saying and the organization that gave them the money, the same organization was funded by the World Bank. It wasn't given a grant, it was given a loan. So I have the honor, and I can assure them that this is taxpayers' money because we'll refund them. As much as we have not paid the tax, it will get to a time where we'll be able to cater for the expenses they made, and we can see nothing tangible out of it.
Okay. Let me engage yet another person here, Michelle. Kindly tell us your name and...
My name is Lord Wanjao. I'm a resident in Nyeri, a youth, and I'm agitated by the fact that our MCAs would rather go for retreats in Mombasa other than channeling the money in more developmental-oriented expenditures. This money is KDSP money, Kenya Devolution Support Program money, and it's a loan from the World Bank, channeled to the counties to subsidize devolution. So this loan will be serviced in the next 38 years. Okay, it has a grace period of 6 years. Then as well, it will be serviced for the next 38 years. So it's a loan. Personally, I cannot take a loan to go have fun and retreats in Mombasa.
But, sir, if I may cut you short, to be fair, you can't just allege that you take money to go have fun in Mombasa, yet actually the trip we are made to inform, we are made to understand that was meant to actually improve on or build capacity of the members of County Assembly. And of course, they shall be resuming their session today, and we expect lots of performance from them from that trip in Mombasa, probably. Why would you suggest, actually I would rather you withdraw the statement in terms of having fun and just come out clear on what your issues are?
Okay, fine. I mean, you cannot take a loan to go for a retreat in Mombasa, which is not Wanjiko oriented in terms of no developmental issues that was discussed in Mombasa. And, you know, these things we will pay. This is a loan that we will pay in the next 38 years. And we cannot see the essence of spending 7 million in Mombasa, whereas we would have, had the meeting here and help maybe the industries which are here, the hospitality departments which are already here. We don't see MCAs from Mombasa coming to our hotels to either hold meetings or do other things. On that point, the money from KDSP, for example, in Makueni, has been used for subsidizing and helping in job creation in fruit farming processes. Now, those that the money that was given to our country, the 27 million, they would rather spend it in retreats in Mombasa than put it in developmental issues here in Nyeri.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Michelle, the opinion of some of the youth, you can see them behind me, of course, on what they allege to be misuse of public funds on local trips. They say that last week, it is factual that last week members of the County Assembly and the county leadership were in Mombasa for capacity building. And Michelle, we shall be seeking to speak to the county leadership and give them their fair hearing, and just to know what exactly, whether these allegations that are being made by the youth here are true, and if not, we shall be seeking to find their exact position, whether, as the speaker had earlier communicated, that the money had been from a well-wisher, a donor that was seeking to have them build their capacity of the county leadership. So, Michelle, from Nyeri County, my name is Ibrahim Karanja. I return it back to you in studio.
Thank you, Ibrahim. And that